Moo and welcome to the Pink Tron. I am Craig Martin. Uh, I am drinking a peanut butter porter called Bob House Banger. Um, so I have with me this week John Keenan. John, what are you drinking?
I have so many questions about that. I'm drinking a Culture Shock Golden Griffin kombucha with mango and hops.
I mean, there's lots of questions about that too, but
That's
I'm
that's
welcome to
equally
answer
odd
questions.
too.
Yeah, I'm happy to answer questions.
I mean, peanut butter, is it really got peanut butter in it?
I'm not sure.
Oh,
I assume so. It's refined
okay.
fool. Yeah, they're
I've heard of fruit in beer and some vegetable, but not peanuts.
I don't know if I can taste any peanut in it, but
Okay.
yeah. So next up we have Steph Etienne. Steph, what are you drinking?
Just having some sparkling water and drinking water most of the day. With we discussed it pre-chat with now again high temperatures here in Belgium.
Ooh. And then we have fresh off our match race in which we never saw each other. Chris Greenland. Chris, what are you drinking?
I saw you at the start. Saw you in the pen, I think. I've got an athletic mango sour. So on the
Nice.
mango train with you, John. And Craig, the peanut butter beer is a thing down here. We have some of like the peanut butter stouts.
Yep.
Always associated it with more of like a winter thing and not peak July heat. But I don't know.
Yeah, we've kind of got a break in the heat here, and it's June.
Okay. All right.
Not even officially summer yet.
It's true, huh?
Okay, so even though it's not officially summer yet, we have the final weekend of the first round of Herd Summer Racing League, and it was Stay-Puft Pursuit, I think, right? Some sort of Ghostbusters marshmallow thing.
Correct.
That was a lot of riding, especially since I did it mostly by myself because, well, I didn't make sure everything was working beforehand.
I thought it was a deliberate strategy on your part to drop down and ride with the B group and just take all the points.
You know what? That probably would have been better than what I did, but yeah. I'm also not really in shape, I don't think, to stick with the bees.
Mm.
So I was actually hoping to get a little bit further up the bridge KOM before they caught me, and maybe if I could have gotten over the top with them, I think that would have helped me a lot. But they would have dropped me on the two New York KOMs anyway.
Yeah, it is an interesting route. You do visit a lot of different places in New York.
Yeah, so I guess yeah, basic summary of the route from some of the new pens out to through the tunnels, the across the bridge KOM. I can't remember which bridge KOM. Um,
Brooklyn Bridge is the
Yeah,
KOM.
Brooklyn Bridge KOM. Then the Manhattan Sprint Reverse, so that's the sprint that's at the top of the other bridge. Then the KOM Reverse, Sprint Reverse, KOM Forward um, sequence. That was in some of the old New York routes as well. And then just a short little flat run to the finish. So I don't know if anybody actually had a group to the finish, but after
I did
all of
not.
those climbs, yeah, I certainly did.
I
Yeah,
latched
two
onto the wrong
KOMs
team.
is gonna stretch everybody out, I would think. That's a
Yeah,
lot.
well, and those two are so steep, right? It's
Yeah.
Yeah, it's about five. Well, I was about to say around 5 minutes per effort, but yeah, it's VO2 max effort, so and close to each other. So yeah,
yeah, yeah, it's two VO2 max climbs. So yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think it's a good points. It's a good route for this format. I was disappointed that I wasn't able to start with the C's. So yeah, that I did not get my trainer connected properly. Had to troubleshoot and ended up a minute behind leaving the pen.
Oh,
Yeah. So
that's
Thanks.
rough.
Yeah,
yeah.
it is a fun one. You get to log some distance before those KOMs really blow things to bits. So there are some interesting group dynamics going on.
Yeah, because
Nice.
that first bridge KOM is pretty draftable.
Yeah.
It'll break up a little bit, but you should still be with somebody at the end of that.
Yeah. And then it just gets blown to bits with the KOMs. I had it wrong. Like I was looking at the course profile and I thought we were taking the left-hand turn first.
Oh no, you started at the wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
But yeah, the minute I saw somebody in the front of the group turn right, I kind of backed off the power and saved a little bit.
Okay.
Didn't make much of a difference. That's not where my race went bad.
Fair enough.
Yeah, but just a heads up, I guess, for anybody I guess for the person who's listening to this who might not have raced yet, just a
Yeah.
heads up.
So to explain in fully what Chris is talking about,
Oh yeah.
the KOM reverse doesn't start at the first KOM start banner you'll see when
Yeah.
you get onto the grass roads. So you
Yeah, it's
go through the first KOM start. That's not the start of the KOM that's being scored at that time. Make the right turn, and then there's the shorter KOM reverse is the first one. And then it starts at the first one the second time you come through after you go through the New York Sprint. So
Exactly. Thank you, Craig.
okay. I was only able to tell because I was so far behind. I just watched which way everybody went before I got there.
Nice.
But yeah, that was by far my longest ride in quite some time. So I've been very specific on BMX training for quite a while. So am feeling it.
Feeling the training.
Oh, that too.
Yeah. The accumulation of the training.
Yeah. And hey, I won the sprint, so
Yeah.
that is what I've been training for. So
I was about to say
And
training
you were solo.
turned off.
yeah. So
Was that the New York Central Park sprint that you won?
yeah,
Short one.
the short one. Yeah. Oh man, the other one, 26 seconds. Man, that's like a full race.
Right.
Yeah, it started so good with did a couple of the earlier HSRL races, but then I'm now a couple of weeks still bogged in with, of course, ladder as I always tend to do. But I started doing the Thursday TTTs on, and been doing them now every week for the last 4 weeks, and try to have some use them as a bit of a sweet tempo, sweet spot threshold workout.
Okay. Ooh. Oh man. Sorry. Okay. Heard beginner racing. I have no idea what it is. Anybody looked?
Twilight Harbor, it's mentioning.
Oh, nice.
Mm.
I like that one. I think it's the one I'm thinking of.
Yeah, it's probably somewhere in Yokio.
That is, yeah, I think that's mostly Yokio.
2 laps or 14 kilometers for the 2 pens below 205 ZRS, and above 205 ZRS, they do 3 laps for 21 kilometers, and it's 70 and 103 meters of elevation, respectively. So yeah, I suspect it's just all the flat bits in the Okio.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, yeah, that's pure flat. It starts out by the road down to the cavern, or starts and finishes there. So there's a virtual banner there, I think, if I remember correctly.
There must be because I look indeed at the thing and where essentially the lap ends. There shouldn't be an actual banner, so that's a bit weird. Okay.
Yeah, no. So there's one of the ghost banners that are in Mercury. But I think I raced this on ladder once. Yeah, I can't, or that finish anyway. I don't know if it was actually this route, but I've raced this finish before. It's actually
I haven't seen I know. I know you have the also quote unquote a virtual banner near the castle with if you do Neo Geo Crit course, you have also just before the market or just after the enlistment, you also have a virtual banner, but I haven't seen this finish before.
Yeah, so it's actually there's
there's also a virtual banner right if you do the go out of the pants on the right side. There's also a virtual banner there for races, but I've never seen the left one near.
Yeah. So, yeah, because this finish, there's a slight uphill, downhill, and then finishes uphill. I mean, it's not big at all, but it's actually it's enough that it makes a little bit. You get speed, and then you've got a slight uphill finish. So it's
I feel like there is
kind of
a race where you come off the beach and come up and hit that banner for the finish.
Yeah,
I can't remember the name of it now, but
yeah. So
and there's also 150 to 180 degree turn, basically U-turn right in front of it.
Right.
Not that it really, I was about to say not that it really matters on Swift, but with steering it can happen if you take the steer all the way to the inside line.
Yeah. So anyway, that is that, and yeah, I guess
I was about to say I haven't checked Swift Insider in probably 2 or 3 weeks since we haven't done a pod in so long.
Yeah, so I've not really been on Zwift much, so yeah, I don't have a lot either. Apparently there's a recumbent trike. Okay. So, yay.
I mean, technically there was a recumbent trike, but it was just a hand cycle, right?
Well, there was a hand cycle. So now there's a
leg-based
a recumbent trike. Yeah.
Yeah. We're in almost hitting summer, so news is slow.
Yeah, it is significantly slower than the hand cycle, and slower than the SL8 without disc on the flat, but is faster going up than the hand cycle. Okay. I don't know.
Yeah, and there's also for the tour there's a let-up challenge where I think that's for major climb portals from the tour. Apparently, with the latest Swift update for everyone that cares, they also added achievements to the Strava descriptions, like if you level up in Zwift and if you increase your FTP or get a new critical PR.
Oh,
If anybody cares.
yeah.
Sure. The question on the hand cycle, not the hand
Yes.
cycle, the recumbent. I assume that's a Zwift bike.
The
Yeah.
Zwift bike,
upgradable.
and apparently it's in everybody's. It doesn't need to be bought. It's just in everybody's garage.
And is that like an entry level bike for upgrade purposes?
Yeah. It's that can be used. Can be used for your Tron unlock for.
That's what I
No,
was
so it
thinking.
says it's
Mid-range.
mid-range. It's mid-range,
Mid-range.
not
Okay.
entry. Yeah.
Okay, that's surprising for what I would call a fun or a goofy
Yeah.
variant, like the BMX or the hand cycle, or the safety bike or the Buffalo bike. I would expect those all be entry bikes.
Yeah.
It's an interesting choice. Maybe Zwift doesn't want everybody rolling around on recumbents.
I think that's
Upgrading.
most of it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Thank you.
I don't think I have any desire for the recumbents to get the actual advantage recumbents have. So let's just leave it. Yeah, I don't have anything else.
And basically, there's not really anything else specific.
Oh, okay. So I haven't been doing any other races. Today was my first race in probably over a month on Zwift. And so I've got nothing else. Zwift-like, anyway.
Yeah, same. I've been traveling and down with illness that comes from traveling. So I had detraining on my fitness when I logged into Zwift this morning. That's the first time I've seen that in a while.
Ooh, I was just fresh, I think, but I don't know why.
I can top that. 3 weeks ago, I decided to step off the edge of a dock and scrape my shin up to the tune of 16 stitches. So that put me out for a little while.
Oof. That sounds unpleasant.
It was, I don't like looking inside myself. I don't want to see the inside
No.
while they're working.
Yeah.
So what you guys saying? So what you guys saying is, I've essentially been doing my volume is covering all your
Exactly.
it's one year right for you guys. Yeah, like I said, I do 1 or 2 ladder races per week, and then now as a race / more workout, there's a TTTs, which are a lot of fun and nice coordination.
Yeah, it sounds like you're doing all the Zwifting for all of us. Thanks, Stef.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably we will talk about it, but not really. The temperatures outdoors now that I want to be outdoors, and I just brought my bike in because I heard some creak and they had the availability to take it then and there, because you usually have to make an appointment in like a week time. But I said, okay, take it, and it will be fixed by the time we hit July and the summer months where I do my actual big outdoor ride. So
yeah, I'm hoping to have fitness back for, we'll have Chasing Yellow soon for Echo. It'll give some volume. Does Zwift have anything, any upgrades planned for the tour season? They must, right?
There was something about.
Oh yeah. Steve posted it. Normally, I think next week the update to the Paris map with the Montmartre loop will be unveiled.
Yeah, with the final Olympic loop climb. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I didn't just hallucinate that. That is happening.
It was announced.
And Steve did a reminder couple of last week or whatever, can't recall. Somewhere in our big Tron chat group.
Nice.
Chasing Yellow going to do a team time trial like the tour is this year? Or that seems
Oh, is there a
complicated.
TTT in the tour? No,
I
I
think
don't
it's
know
the
if I
first
know
one in
the mechanics of that in Ekro.
50 years or something. Yeah, that would be hard
Yeah.
given.
Yeah, yeah, I think that would be weird. Technically, like I think, Craig, you said a while ago, there are technically herd teams in the Americas, but I don't think it's really centered like a ZRL or a TTT team where you're together, you just race individually, but you score points towards your team.
Right.
Yeah,
maybe
so
they can
and
do
I
a
get
time trial.
there's people kind of racing at all different times, different days, depending on their availability. And yeah, it's
Right.
kind of a
Yeah,
different thing. It's a
Yeah.
little bit
yeah,
more like how we run HSRL that way, actually,
yeah,
other than it's all about time, not how you
Mhm.
place in each race, other than it is time from the winner of the race each day or each
yeah,
race. Yeah.
Oh, you're like
yeah.
your standing is basically like a GC standing minutes off of the winner.
Minutes off the winner. Yeah. So if you race a slower race and are closer to the winner, you are doing better, I guess. But yeah,
Right.
yeah. So it's interesting. I did a little bit in classics time. I after I'm back in August, I might. I think I'm going to try a little bit more, but yeah, I'm not doing it now because it's exactly not what I want to be, what I need to be doing.
Yeah. I don't know, Craig. Doing a Grand Tour stage race on Zwift seems like the perfect preparation for World BMX championships.
Yep, maybe not. Maybe not. But I will say after so I've done my two sets of prep races. I'm still not 100% happy with where my start is, but other than that, I'm very pleased with how I'm riding. So, um, yeah, I think I'm on track for my not last goal.
And remind me the dates for that again.
So I don't know. So which days my classes are going to be on aren't announced yet, but I'm racing 2 days of the between the 21st to 25th, 21st to 24th. Anyway, or sorry, 22nd to 25th. Yeah. And
July.
July,
July.
obviously.
Yes, next month.
Okay. You got a
Yep.
month.
Yep.
All right.
Yes. No, not next week.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say, yeah,
Yeah.
you gotta get to the airport, Craig.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, so
That's
I'm
awesome.
going. I'll be down there for about a week before my official practice day. So yeah, but highly unlikely I'll be able to get on the actual track before official practice.
It's exciting stuff.
Oh. And yeah, so we were talking about was it Beat the Heat? Because I think people are having a bit of heat waves going on here.
Yeah. Sounds like Europe's got quite a heat wave. I think Texas is
Yeah.
underwater. It's tricky.
Texas is
Okay, so
always
it's
hot.
thought John said underwater, as in floods. I would say that's the world upside down. Normally, it's the other way around. We have a
Right.
lot of rain, and Texas doesn't have the heat. But
Uh, oh, I know. I've been in Texas in August, and just the heat and humidity combination is brutal.
Yeah.
So I had a casualty of heat and sweat again. I have a lot of sweat related equipment mishaps, as you know, but the latest casualty was my heart rate monitor strap. Essentially, I rusted out the rivets that it snaps together with.
Okay,
Uh,
yeah.
so I wanted to get a take from the group on. I've got a replacement now. Is there anything that I can be doing? Is it helpful to like rinse it out with fresh water after a sweaty ride? Does that help?
So I don't very often. I so my mine the plastic broke, which I think actually made it last longer because other than when I snapped it to myself, the battery wasn't making a connection. It needed the pressure from being attached to me to actually make a connection, so the battery was lasting forever. But
Hmm.
it stopped working for a bit, and I switched to an HRM Pro because that was what I was able to find on short notice, and it doesn't use the rivets anymore. So I don't think.
Is it just sort of permanently onto the strap?
There's a way to take it off, I think, but I haven't needed to, so I haven't really dug into it. So so I'm using the Garmin HR Heart Rate Monitor Pro now, so which costs a few bucks more, but does
Yeah.
a couple other things as far as running.
Yeah, I'm just using
About
a Wahoo and it's okay. Yeah, it doesn't seem robust, but it's held out so far. Has the advantage of you can just plug it into recharge it.
Yes.
You don't have to do a button
Yeah.
battery every X months.
Yeah.
We'll see how long
yeah,
it
but
lasts.
yeah, yeah, but Garmin HRM 200 probably should clean it a bit more because the strap I tend to not clean it and you see sweat all over the band. Think, oh, it's getting gross. But yeah, I haven't any issues at the moment. But yeah, I think it's indeed that detachable battery, and I think you probably need some screwing from it. But yeah.
Oh,
Cool. Well, I'll let
Well,
everyone know
well,
what
well,
fails next due to sweat.
yeah.
at least it seems more like a coin mechanism, not like the stupid heart rate monitors where you had like four mini screw thingies which were impossible to get loose.
Oh, I know. So that's what mine was, but it just broke. So that's what I was saying. The screws all broke. So I just squeeze it together, snap it on, and it worked great.
Pressure fit. Yeah,
Yep.
that's what they call it.
So, yep.
Yeah, but it's surprising where it's even indoors or well, probably. I was thinking about maybe getting a second fan because I have a fan that's pointing towards me, but I've heard a lot of people also have a second fan that's behind them, so the cooling of the back and whatever that
Mm.
legs. But yeah, I don't know if yeah, but it's doable. But you notice it when you're riding even indoors with a with a fan or outdoors. You have like the wind that's can chill you a bit. But yeah, the second time the second you step off of the bike and pause for a second, it's yeah sweat galore for but yeah like did a TTT yesterday and on the bike it was doable even though it was like 30 degrees still at 8 o'clock. Around 8 o'clock, but once I got off the bike, it's just sweat was pouring all over.
Yeah. So I've got This was not by design. This is the best spot to put my Zwift setup. Just happens to be right next to the mini split air conditioner.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I've heard people.
that's my second if it's really hot in here, I just turn the air conditioning on and I might turn my front fan off. But if the front fan's on, that doesn't get to me. That's where I'm a little skeptical about everybody using all these multiple fans, because you just end up with the airflow. There's only you just end up with less
even if the binding it can clash. Yeah, I've heard people talking about also cooling their bag, but I don't know.
Yeah,
probably.
So I mean, you can set it up like if you've got it blowing straight up, one straight up at you and one at your face or something. That can work too. But yeah, it can be tricky once you start getting multiple fans trying to get the airflow the way you want to do what you want, as opposed to just fighting each other.
Yeah, I'm in my garage where the HVAC unit is, so any of the heating or cooling that sort of leaks out in the ductwork sort of comes into that room, which is a bonus for me when I'm riding.
Nice.
A lot of people would say, "Oh, you're losing efficiency," and it's like, yeah, but
it's convenient.
I sort of use that space as living space, so it's not really that different.
Yeah, I live in a studio, so my bike is smack dab middle in my thing. But there are third people that have their bikes in garages or in conservatories or outdoor things. It's also the same thing. Two things on both sides. If in the winter it's super chilly in the garage, and when it's summer it's just like a furnace or I thought in there. So it's garages don't seem to be the best place to put the best place to put an indoor trainer in. But yeah. It's the room you have in your home. That's why my bike is smack dab in the middle of my studio.
Well, then you can hang clothes on it to dry them, right? When you're not biking. Put your kid over it, put your...
I use it for my bike shorts. With one of those winterized handlebars, and such a use that as an extra clothing rack space.
Yeah.
Or towels above the on the frame. It's multifunctional.
Anyway, so I think that's what we need. So I think we're done with our Zwift topics for this week. So good luck everybody with HSRL and getting your final standings. This is the last week, and I know there's a couple of tight races in the different categories. So good luck. Enjoy the outside if it's appropriate, or if you've got to escape the heat into Zwift instead of escaping the cold, get it up and still have fun.
And also people now have, after I think a couple of weeks hiatus, something to listen to on their rides if they want to listen to the Pink Tron.
Yes, so apologize for the weeks we were away, and welcome back. So moo and good night.
The Pink Tron podcast is a production of the Herd Racing League. All nonsense is our own. Thank you to Gavin Ions for the theme music. Moo and ride on.